Yellow. You kids want to fucking play Monster Hunter? You want to play some Monster Hunter? Yeah. You want to play some fucking Monster Hunter? Hey, Kai9 kicked in $5. Thanks, man. Back for my overpriced play. Ready to take my mind off the brutality and cutthroat life of a salesman and back to the brutal and cutthroat life of a monster hunter. Lit. So, I'm doing the berry quest where I have to slap these fucks when they eat the food so they shit a berry out. I don't know. Oh, I'm so fucking annoyed. What time is it there? Man, it's like 10 p.m. So, like, this quest is gonna guarantee me a Laranoth hide and shit. And I was hoping I could get a fucking Hercudrome also. But guess what? Fuck me. No Hercudrome for me. He's eating. Yeah. You do that, they drop a berry. Fuck yeah, that's one. This is one of the most annoying quests in the entire game, and I can't believe that that this is like the only guaranteed low-rank Laranoth hide thing. And I'm doing the quest version because getting the hide off these fucks otherwise is dog shit and sucks. Because it's like a 20% drop rate and they take a weirdly long time to kill. Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna fucking do it? Give me that shit. When did Palicos become a thing? Literally GU. You can't watch the stream of the Palico noises? What, have you never been around a cat? I have a cat. His name is Elmo. Alright, so I got the 3 berries. Let's go to fucking Area 8. Wait, is this Area 8? No, this is Area 5. Any early game advice for KCD1? How early, Sotetsu? Are you in, Skalitz? Or are you not in Skalitz? There's 2 types of early games. Okay, if you're playing in Skalitz, fucking take your time. There's no rush, bro. There's no rush. You can Skalitz it up for a fucking while, bro. Okay, you can just... You can pick a million fucking flowers. You can break into people's fucking houses and shit. Don't get caught. Don't go to jail, though. If you go to jail, you'll die. I can't explain any more than that. But if you go to jail, you'll basically die in the game's tutorial. Wonder if anyone's made it to Skalitz, 21 Skalitz. It's totally impossible. There are just... Can you do arson in KCD2? I don't think so. So I'd like to respond to a comment I saw on one of the videos for Monster Hunter GU, which was an extremely long post. Extremely long post for YouTube comment. Like, kind of nuts. And it was basically saying that they wish that the GU streams weren't such, quote, member berries, end quote. Because the reason that they're curb stomping the fuck out of Wilds is because they've gotten all the skills from the prior games, and that, you know, basically going into like those doesn't like that I'm complaining about Wilds while playing GU. And I played Generations, but like GU is functionally new. I prefer English or math in school? Definitely English. I got this little doggy, by the way. But more than that is that I feel like I feel of note. Yeah, I never played GU. I played Generations, and I didn't even finish Generations. Because I knew Generations Ultimate was just going to come out. And what's the point of playing Palico? They're support monsters, but more than that, on all the gathering missions, they don't have stamina, they don't have pickaxes, they don't have bug nets. They don't require hot drinks. They don't require they don't require shit. You know, they don't require nothing. But like, I'm going back to a game from like fucking 12 years ago. How old is this fucking thing? 9 years ago? It's old. This game's old as fuck. And like, what the fuck do you expect in terms of like content and shit? Like, what do you think the emotional context of this is gonna be? Me sitting here around and going like, oh man, I'm playing this old game, but like, fuck, oh, I wish I was playing Wilds, the game that I stopped playing. Like, what the fuck? What do you fucking expect? You crazy. So, by the way, I am banging out this shit. You know, come to think of it, I might as well just make a game. And we can do fucking this crap in a group now. Yeah, let's do it. Let's multiplayer it up. Am I gonna 100% the village? I always 100% the village on a game that I care about. I fucking oh, that's weird. Get out. Let's connect. Let's make a hub. Passcode as always. You know what it is. This is Cave Shock right here. You know it's Cave Shock. There you go, shitheads. It's on the screen right now. So let's find out where it's a good spot to get a Hercudrome. Low rank volcano, area 2. Alright, fuck it. Back to the volcano shit, fucks. I need 3 Hercudromes. I love you, doggy. I love you, you're so handsome. I'm sorry I called you ugly. The drones are super underrated. Do you mean like the bugs or like the fucking... Do you mean the bugs or do you mean like Biodrome and shit like that? Because if you're talking about the... Yeah. If you're talking about the animals... the main reason that the drones are underrated is because they're dog shit and they suck ass. And I hate them. Gammoth is awesome. Would I consider myself a wrestling mark? No, man. No, I'm a smark at best. Oh, fuck. I'm a smark at best. I love you, doggy. Man. Alright, Area 2 apparently has a percentage chance of Hercudromes. And even if I don't get a Hercudrome, I'm going up to Area 8 in order to get a goddamn, motherfucking, Remobra hide, of which I need one. What's a smark? A smark is a smart mark. Oh, this is a pile of shit. Bro, I'm getting fucked on with these Hercudromes, man. Shiny beetles have value? No, they don't, man. Shiny beetles can suck my ass. It's one of those things, it's like, there's value there, and it's like, I don't give a shit because, oh, I know. There's value there, it's like, I don't give a shit because it's not the thing that I want. You know? I love you. So if I was like, I want to hug my dog Caboose, and you handed me a sandwich, I'd be like, that's a nice sandwich, I guess. But I don't give a fuck because I want to hug my dog Caboose. Because he's just a baby. You know? And you know he's just a baby. You fucking asshole, dude. Oh my god. That's really fun. I got a transporter charm, and I'm actually kind of stoked about it. Because transporter is underrated! If you plan on doing those quests. There are evil palicos. They're called Melinks. Looks like Misty Peaks Area 3 is the next spot I should try out. So the monsters in this game are just dinosaurs. So 90% of the monsters in your given Monster Hunter game are what's called wyverns. Like, and I really do mean 90%. You got brute wyverns, you got flying wyverns, you got all sorts of wyverns. You also got dragons, you know? Dragons are also there. Thoughts on Agnaktor? Incredible monster. Super cool. I think he's great. I love Agnaktor. Super cool guy. Very cool. Very cool. When's Monoblos coming back? Hopefully fucking never, bro. Fuck off. Also, shout out to Monster Hunter old games having these things like disappear within like 2 seconds. Piles of shit. Bring back Narcocos? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I don't mean to be rude, guys, but final bosses for Monster Hunter games don't come back. Except for Fatalis. But that's kind of a special case. Elatrion wasn't the final boss of, Elatrion was not the final boss of 3U. When I say final boss, I don't mean I don't mean the... Okay, let me... Oh, God, I'll just... The final... Excuse me. The final storyline boss of a ultimate game does not come back. Apparently, unless it's Gogmazios, who's coming back. Except for Gogmazios, who is actually totally coming back. Who the fuck is Amatsu? Charavalda. I don't even know what that is. Charavalda is definitely not coming back. Which sucks, because Shara was really unique. I think Charavalda is one of the better of the... I think Charavalda is definitely one of the better final bosses the series has ever had. Hey! That's it? Fuck you. Do these points ever respawn? Will we ever fight Darren Moran again? I always forget. Which one was first, Darren or Jen? Jen was first. You are after Hercudrome, you can combine a Slick Axe to clone them if I get at least one. Oh, good, I have Slick Axes. Excellent. Let's get the fuck out of here. This is a very annoying early game. Cock block. My dick. Jen was epic the first time, wasn't he? I did see the new Death Stranding trailer. They stranded all over that death over there. They did. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Can you play any mission as a Palco? Absolutely. I wouldn't recommend it. They have an extremely specific niche. Is Caboose house trained? Of course he is. Got Cat Trader set up? No. You gotta fucking do a bunch of optional quests. I know I well, do I have the Beatles? I don't know. Maybe. I don't think I do. What's your favorite Wilds newcomers? So I'll tell you right now, I think the Guardian mechanic is great. I think the Guardian mechanic's actually super cool. And I think it works really well. I don't like... I really don't like when I'm about to answer something and then someone in the chat answers, like, for me. Because then it looks like I stole the answer. You know? And it makes me feel stupid. I don't like that. Oh, hold on. But Kai's probably right. Kai's probably right. Bee Yard, Bitterbug, Flashbug, Godbug, Thunderbug, Snake Bee Larva. Nah. Alright, let's Slick Axe this shit. Where is the Slick Axe anyway? Maybe it's like a different weird thing, right? Oh, did I use them up yet? Oh, fuck. Slick Axe. There we go. Firestone, Disstone, Beolite, Crystal Light, Crystal, Carmine-Bug. What? There it is. There we go. Perfect. Nailed it. That should do it. That should do it. I made 2? Oh, that's stupid. Narga. So I need arms and leg. Yay. Do I have a favorite monster in this game? Tetsukabra. Nah, it's Gormagala. Get out of my fucking face with that. You kidding me? Ah, get out. It's Gormagala every day. Come on. Get out of my fucking face with that. Obviously Gormagala. Hey, there we go. What do we get on the skills? Evade Extender. And just a little bit less for Expert. Let's see if I can... Do I have any Experts? I do not. Have I ever played the Morrowind? I don't know. Maybe. Oh, I should have gone back there. So. Forge. Decoration. Attack. I need to... I don't think I can make an expert one. There we go. Hold on. Wait. Am I stupid? That's 1. There we go. Let's set a deco. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Expert 2. That should do it. Equipment set, register, longsword, and just overwrite that too, and then select this, and then change the art to striker. And then we'll do sort of sure you get round force. And then we'll save that on this. And then equipment. Set. Yay. All right. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. All right, let's before we go on to HR3, let's see if there's any unique monster kills that we have down here. All right. Shogun Centaur. Haven't fought that. Haven't fought that yet. So let's do that. Oh, you guys talking about that Elder Scrolls game? Oh my god. Guys. I think Bethesda's fucking cooked. I think it's absolutely unbelievable that every game they have made since Skyrim has a worse gameplay loop than stealth archering in Skyrim. I was actually watching a little documentary video right before coming over here. A guy going, why did it have to be stealth archer? And basically goes into the fact that magic and melee combat in Skyrim are just mechanically incomplete and feel bad to use and play. Whereas stealth archering has like a direct feedback and genuine more gameplay depth overall. As well as just being more effective. It's like, and then they were like, okay, well, we'll do guns. And like their gun combat is fucking terrible. You know, I never spent much time in Freedom Unite. I think this marshland is a very interesting stage. I think this marshland is a much more interesting stage as part of a huge game like Generations than it is as part of the primary roster of like a full game. I think Fallout might have the same problem. Even in New Vegas, the melee was fine. Like stealthy, plus gun, plus anti-material rifle when I got it. So the Fallout games got to ignore the gun problems because of VATS. Starfield was the first time that you like pretty much had to interact with the gunplay. And as a result, they did improve it significantly. So that it would be fine. It's fine. I think they really need to dramatically overhaul all three of their systems. Primarily because if they get to this point where... I missed it completely. Wow. If they get to this point where stealth archery is still the best way, and it's functionally identical to the way it played before, they're fucking cooked. You know? Like... It's so weird that you can stealth evade slash. Oh, that's cool. That's cool as fuck. What does he have? Oh my god. I was facing the wrong direction. So, I don't recognize the skull that he has on his back. Is that Monoblos? Really? Because the one he has on his back and the other one is Monoblos. Yeah, that's Gravios. Yeah! Oh, that is cool, isn't it? That is cool, isn't it? Oh, boy. Wow, yeah, longsword in this game is awesome. Yeah, Warhorse 8, Bethesda's launched harder than Sucker Punch did, and it feels like one of the reasons they did is because, I mean, they're putting out games, you know? Like, that's just kind of how it is. They're putting out games instead of not putting out games or having other people put out games for them. Oh, fuck! I was gonna block that. I promise. Promise I was. The crab can also have Lao Shine Long Skull too? Really? That's cool as fuck. Like, I would love nothing more than for Elder Scrolls 6 to come out and for it to be exactly what we wanted. I was very worried for Bethesda's future. So I played 74 hours of Starfield and did the main story at some point and got to the part where you got an absolute piece of shit Dragon Shout replacement that sucked ass. And was like, oh, they're so fucking cooked. They're so out of ideas. You're so fucking done, bro. You notice how much work I had to put into making this Nargacuga armor? And it's like marginally better than the Tetsu armor that I had. But I made it. I'm happy now. Like, hey. Never fought a Volvodon. See, here's the thing. I think Starfield is much worse than bad. I think that Starfield is unambitious. And I think that Todd thought he had ambition making it, and that ambition was put in the wrong place. So the typical concern for a Bethesda game is that an ocean wide and a puddle deep. And for Starfield, it feels like they said, what if we made the ocean infinitely wide, but also shallower? But also. Like, genuinely baffling. Calero says, hey Pat, do you think these games' combat become more Souls-like-ish in terms of dodging through attacks with iframes compared to repositioning as the series goes on? A little, but not as much as you would think. Like, I spoke at length about the best strength of Bethesda's games prior to Starfield's release. And I talked, I feel like for like an hour, about Starfield should have been called Horizon because one of Bethesda's like genuine gameplay strengths. Is this a fucking capture quest? It is. It's a capture quest. Everyone calm down. Is cresting a vista and be like, oh, what's that out there? That looks cool. Let's go over there. Right? And for them to make a game in which you went to dozens of planets and they're all functionally identical and also have no topography of any kind. This tiny room has more variation in topography than a fucking Starfield planet. It's weird. It's fucking weird. Oh, fuck. It dodges the status? That's fucking nuts. I know it's dodged the status. Yeah, this is clearly the basis for Modern Longsword, absolutely. Absolutely. That's crazy. I was never the biggest longsword fan. In, you know, 3U or 4U. Just didn't do it for me. We gotta calm down, guys. Guys, he's berserked, so you can just kill him outright. Wow, this is just a better moveset than base longsword. Yeah, Valor's weird because a lot of Valor... Oh, stop! Fucking leave him alone. Leave him alone, guys. Rhonda! Skate! Put your dicks away! All I know about the future of Bethesda games right now, this honest to God, not lying, I'm so serious right now, is Microsoft is really pissed off that they bought Bethesda and then they helped bankroll this fucking massive Amazon TV show, and there's no fucking game to go with it. Guys, stop hitting it. Stop. Skeet! Skeet, stop! Oh my god. Oh my god. And so what do? They release that fucking patch? Oh, you cunts. Oh, you fucking... I swear to God, if you guys are beating it up in there. What? Oh, that was weird. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's I think Bethesda might be cooked. And I think that I think they make really expensive games that absolutely need to sell a shit zillion copies. Like, it's like a mandatory fucking thing. Oh, we've beaten all these guys. Off to number 3. My love, Glavenus. This is where I would pull up Kiriniko and be like, Glavenus Greatsword. Because, man, I love that dude. So let's ask, is Glavenus using a greatsword Or a... Is he a great sword or is he a long sword? I've always thought of him as a great sword. Acidic Glavenus is a longsword, really? I never made the distinction. What about them do you guys feel is the distinction? Acidic does more weeb swipes. It's fucking funny. Oh, this monster doing their fucking weeb swipes. Plonking at me. By the way, thanks for the sub, that brown guy. Oh yeah, there's no acidic Glavenus in this game. So my raw greatsword desires will have to be met somewhere else. Man, you know what? You know who's GS I really like? Like, really like? A lot. And I think it's awesome. Fucking, Seragios and Steve's. I fucking love Steve's greatsword. Steve weapons are great. Oh! Oh, okay, that... We're in tier 3 now, brother. Now we have to worry about fucking damage. Hey, look. Hey, look, Ma. It's a tough monster in low rank. Can you believe it? Yeah, that's the stuff. Wow, he missed. Didn't miss Ronda, though. Damn, that was way too soon. What do you got? Oh, wow, nice! Got you. Woo! Gotcha. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Yeah, Valor. Valor. Wow, this is the, it's funny because if you play GU and pick a certain style, you can get pretty close to what World ends up doing. Wow, really? If I die during this, it'd be really funny. Watching everybody just Valor through that is super funny. Super funny. You know, I'm looking at him, and you know what I see? I also see some Anjanath in there. With the throat. I'm gonna have to plug this in. Do you guys want to chat for a couple minutes while we plug it in? You know what we'll do? We'll watch that Skyrim video. That's what we'll do while I charge this. Thanks, Charlotte. Oh, this poor bitch, dude. Woo-woo! So, like, I have a bedtime, but, like, my wife told me what I have a bedtime. But, you know, that's not for a bit. So we can hang out, play video games. I'm noticing people seem to really like the new upload schedule that I've done, where I just, every time I take a break, I stop recording and I just upload it. New upload schedule rocks. So it's not a schedule. I'm just hitting the button a certain way. You wish it didn't flood your subscriptions? I mean, I can space them out a little bit, but I stream so often that I kind of want to get it out there so that people aren't like way behind, you know? I don't know about you guys, but I prefer raw weapons. Like, times a million. All right, hold up. I gotta plug this shit in. Hopefully I didn't break it. Hello? What's up? How do you turn the fucking controller off? I guess that did it. All right. Let's go watch that Skyrim video. While that charges. Yeah, let's do that. No. You guys want to laugh at Bethesda? Yeah, let's do it. This is what late night Monster Hunter's like, bro. Yeah, son. We're charging a controller, so we're gonna have a little video break. You ever played Skyrim? Okay, Demensor, watch this video. It'll help you out. So I didn't finish this video, so I'm glad for an excuse to fucking play it. I actually only got about halfway through.
The years.
By the way, this is by Thane Bishop. I just found his channel just like an hour ago. Check him out. Check him out. Monkey Weed, I gotta charge my fucking controller, so we're watching a video.
2011. It is the 15th day of November, and I am a freshman in high school. A game called Skyrim has just released, and though I haven't played it, or even been aware of the Elder Scrolls series before it, a friend of mine has already finished the game's main story and offers to let me borrow his copy. That used to be a thing we could do. Games used to come on discs. It doesn't matter. What does matter is that ever since I was young, I've practiced archery. And practiced is a bit of a strong word. I own a bow, and I'm familiar with the concept of shooting it. But even that, to a younger me, was enough to instill an incredible love of the sport, and so I grew up with a related attachment to archery and archery-adjacent things in the media I consumed. I loved the Ranger's Apprentice book series, and I still do, and I played a range tank in RuneScape even though I didn't understand the value of its combat bracket. And so when my friend offered to let me borrow Skyrim, I only had a single question about the game. Do you think I could use a bow the whole way through? It turns out the answer is yes, and also you probably just should. Or at least it's a completely viable method of playing the game, and perhaps the most viable method of playing the game. But I also never really stopped to think about why. I just had fun with it, and that was enough. But archery...
Oh, hold up a sec. We're just gonna be chilling and watch a video for a sec. I'm gonna sweep my dog.
In Skyrim, specifically stealth archery, eventually evolved into more than just a playstyle. It became part of Skyrim's identity, a joke that everyone was in on, and we're still giggling about it to this day. But I don't think it was supposed to be, and I want to know why it happened this way, at least for me.
Hey, you. You're finally awake.
To understand archery in Skyrim, we need to start with the three main different systems for combat within the game, and I think it's going to work nicely to start with our introduction to each of them. Everyone knows Skyrim's intro, so we'll just start at the point where Hadvar advises the player to scour the nearby chests for any armor or weapons, and a quick search later, we're pleased to find a nice simple iron sword, maybe even a second one if you're feeling particularly handsy. With up to as many blades equipped as your hands number, we're thrown into the first combat arena of the game, and with a handful of sharp edges and a dream, we engage the enemy. From there, we push forward a little bit further, exploring the underneath of Helgen as we go, and we get to the old torture room, to which Hadvar will specifically call out that there's a body in one of the cages, and that we should consider picking the lock and seeing if there's anything worth taking. This is the game specifically calling out to the player, hey, magic is a thing in this game, and you can try it out if you want to. Whether or not we do is fairly irrelevant at the moment, but we've now been introduced to two styles of combat, and if you use the Spark Spell Tome, you'll notice in the magic menu that you already have some spells unlocked, including some special ones depending on your race. But it's in this
I like
next
that even in
room
his
that the cool
background
thing
footage,
happens.
he uses Sky UI.
He shot me!
You've been shot with an arrow, and by the ancient rights of video game logic, we understand that if we kill this man, we can take his bow and his arrows, and then we can shoot people. And if you're anything like me, that's when the brain really starts going. But if you don't pick up on it here, Hadvar will give you the chance again, right near the exit, specifically handing you a bow in a room with a sleeping bear, giving you the option to either shoot it or sneak out right by it. Regardless of your choice, if you follow Hadvar along to outside the cave and further beyond, he'll eventually lead you to the 3 Guardian Stones, a trio of the 13 total special rocks that Skyrim has scattered across its land. But these 3 will give you a boost to your growth in one of the 3 main areas of your character, each of which will correlate to one of the combat styles you would have potentially picked up during the Helgen tutorial. And honestly, I really like this bit. As a first-time player, I think it was really cool to have all of the different styles of combat sort of broadly presented, and then essentially be given the ability to choose one as my favorite with a chance to change it later if I wanted to. But there is an undeniable pull towards archery and stealth archery specifically. If you search YouTube for build tutorials, the only Skyrim video more popular than ESO's Archer Assassin build is their other video on how to get Daedric gear at level 1. And it's not just a thing of the past, even just a year ago, channels like Fevi were able to hit a 1 million+ view count on stealth archer tutorials. You've even got skit channels making entire little short comedy videos on the notion. It is clear that stealth archery has always been a highlight and continues to be so, and so I want to talk about that. But I don't think it's enough to just talk about archery in a vacuum, so let's start with how it compares to everything else. Melee in Skyrim is actually a fairly complicated affair, at least relative to the notion of just picking up a sword and swinging it, but it's also a bit of a surface-level affair as well. Bethesda games are often described as incredibly wide but very shallow experiences, and this aspect of Skyrim is no different. In general, there are 3 main classes of melee weapon, being those swords from before, but also maces and axes, and for each of those classes you also have a one-handed and two-handed variety. Now, despite the variety of these weapon types, the only real difference is that they come with a sort of sliding scale. Maces swing the slowest and deal the most damage, while swords swing the fastest and deal the lowest damage. Axes make up the middle ground, and daggers are technically there too, but they don't really fulfill the same role as any of the other 3. And for those 3 main types, two-handed follows one-handed, so speed and damage difference are the same through the 6 main types of melee combat. Now, there is a secret special 7th type of melee combat, and that's punching. It's a little niche, but by doing something akin to playing a Khajiit, getting the gloves of the pugilist enchantment, and properly leveling up your heavy armor skill, you can design a build that operates very successfully around your fists. The only real problem is that fisting doesn't come attached to any skills in Skyrim, and I really wish I hadn't said it like that. Rabble-rousing doesn't come attached to any skills in Skyrim, which means you're going to be experiencing a serious lack of number go up, which is like most of the point. Which also means that there's no growing value to your damage, and sometimes the old rabble-rousing will come with other problems too, like when the large lizard will be up high, and you will not be. Of course, my main issue with Skyrim's melee system is that, well, it's just not very fun to me. It doesn't require the player to engage too much, and your options are fairly limited anyways. You can do a light attack, or you can do a power attack at the cost of some stamina. But it honestly all feels a little clunky, and that clunk comes to a clank when an attack gets blocked. And look, this might just be my weird personal take, but the combination of the way that a blocked light attack feels, sounds, and looks
I totally
is
agree.
the most unpleasant, frustrating
Blocking,
thing I've ever
getting an attack
experienced
blocked in
a game
Skyrim
that
feels like
isn't Viva
shit.
Pinata 2, and no, I'm still not talking about that one. And yeah, you can
Feels
power
like
attack to break
shit.
someone's guard, but doing so again feels slow and clunky in a way that I just don't enjoy. Which really means that I just never engage with the melee weapons. But even if that hadn't been an element of the combat style, there's another problem to Skyrim's melee system. There's hardly even any different animations or effects for weapons. All one-handed weapons are functionally reskins of each other, as are the two-handed weapons. And sure, they all get an individual perk to help give them some character, but that just doesn't do enough for me. largely because a single perk for each hits this sort of perfect inverse Goldilocks zone where one weapon type is now better than the others, meaning using a different type is a worse option, but it doesn't do enough to give each weapon its own personality and identity. It's just not a fun system. But hey, Skyrim is an old game. It's the most recent in the series, which is why I have and will continue to use it as a comparison when appropriate.
This is where I turned
But
on
it's
this
old,
video
and
from
old
pretty
games are
good to
clunky and
excellent.
restrictive, right? As long as some other beloved action-adventure sword and spell style RPG didn't come out around the same time and also do their equivalent system in a way that is undeniably more engaging and fluid, then we're gonna be totally fine. Oh my god, Dark Souls came out 2 months before Skyrim. Obviously, both of these games have swords and axes and maces galore, but there is still a huge difference between them because Dark Souls has a repertoire that is entirely
This is like the
unmatched
most
here.
unfortunate
Because Dark Souls
comparison point
is
ever.
full of all of the usual suspects when it comes to fantasy adventure games, but also comes filled with halberds and spears as well. And don't forget about your katanas and rapiers with whips in addition to them all, oh my. There's even a whole class of gauntlet-style weapons, meaning that fisting gets mainline scaling potential. Why did I say it again? What I think is so cool about all of these different weapon types, though, is that in general, they all feel relatively unique.
I'd like to point out that Skyrim and Dark Souls released simultaneously. Since then, we have had Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3, all their DLCs, Sekiro, Elden Ring DLC, Night Rain, the Demon Souls remake.
With different movesets and personalities. You'll never confuse the identity of a rapier versus a falchion versus a longsword.
Armored Core.
And some of the more unique
Yeah, oh my God,
weapons, like
forgot
the
about
Black
Armored.
Knight Greatsword, have some of the coolest moves I have ever seen in a game. And before anyone can say anything, I am aware of Skyrim's kill moves, I just don't care about them. Cutscenes aren't gameplay. What I'm really trying to show here is that Skyrim's melee combat system isn't just outdated by the standard of modern games, it was outdated by the standard of its own time. Which means that there just isn't really anything there for me. Simply put, if I want to play a game where sword and shield is the main focus, or where turning off the brain for some classic Unga Bunga is a perfectly valid strategy,
Unga.
I don't even consider
Unga Bunga.
Skyrim for that role. With that said, it's a little bit more complicated when we talk about magic. Magic in Skyrim is a really interesting thing to try and break down because in the classic Skyrim fashion, it offers a lot of width but not so much depth. Alteration brings a lot of utility to the table with things
Lemmy says, Pat, this dude called Duck Punt put out a fucking insane video about DD2 recently that I was just checking out. Yeah, I've been talking to Punk a lot on Discord. Ever since me and him and Mandalore hung out playing Space Marine, me and Punk have just been chatting away on Discord. He's super cool. We've been talking about Monster Hunter a lot. Like he's been like my soundboard for a lot of my wild thoughts because he is like HR 100 whatever the fuck. So I'll go like, does it get any harder? And he's like, yeah, a little. You know? But it never gets like how it was even in World. I'm like, oh, fucking weird.
like flesh spells, which are not nearly as brutal as the name suggests. Illusion is good for an unexpected amount of fun and tomfoolery, and
Yeah, he's super
Restoration
cool.
is a perfectly valid school of magic, at least up until I remember to buy those health potions when I get back into town. If you're looking to do damage, however, you're going to be choosing between Destruction and Conjuration, and this is also the choice between direct and indirect, as Destruction allows us to throw fireballs and cosplay a Sith Lord, while Conjuration allows us to pull allies from the realms beyond our own. Now, those fireballs and lightnings don't really get blocked by shields, so I never have to listen to thunk ever again, but Destruction also has its own, honestly, baffling issue. Leveling up Destruction doesn't increase damage, it just decreases spell cost. Which means my flame spell that does 8 damage a second is always going to just do that 8 damage, even when I'm the strongest, most powerful pyromancer in all of the world. I'll just be able to cast it for way longer, which does not really help me when a level 25 bandit decides I would look better as a corpse. Now, it would be unfair to try and present it as if there's no other options, because there are accessory perks that at least help. There's a suite of perks to increase the damage of ice and fire and lightning respectively by 25 and then 50%, which does incentivize the player to choose one of the 3 elemental styles to fall into, and these styles are given a little bit more personality by a second suite of perks, giving each element a bonus effect against enemies at low health. Additionally, you can also unlock a perk that lets you dual cast, casting the same spell in both hands to supercharge the spell for extra damage or effect. That's kind of where the value you get from perks ends, however. Now, the value of destruction magic is also partially that of its distance, and the fact that its damage values don't get reduced by armor, only by enchantments or potions with the correct attribute. So it's okay that the damage values are a bit low, they don't get reduced nearly as much as damage from any of the previously discussed melee weapons. That said, you will still naturally be drawn to more powerful spells. A 50% bonus of 8 damage is just 4 extra damage, so you'll want Fireball. The issue is that pretty much every destruction spell is an AoE of some kind, which means the damage from those spells isn't really picky about who it hits. This means that more than once I have literally iced my own follower while trying to clear a dungeon, or accidentally aggroed an entire town while trying to save them from a vampire attack. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if like half of my total bounty across my entire playtime of Skyrim was just from destruction magic friendly fire. Now, we can run some Conjuration on the sideline or the main line to get some magic damage in our kit that way, and that does come with the added benefit that Atriox and followers do seem to do a fairly good job at not hitting each other, or you, but Conjuration still has its own problems, starting with the knowledge that a baby with some talent, the weakest conjurer in the world, will be able to summon a single wolf, one very good ghostly boy. And the greatest conjurer in the world, for whom the barriers between the material and immaterial realms are but mere suggestions, will be able to summon 2 wolves. And they literally won't be able to do that until they're max level at the height of their power, the peak of human capability. But that's okay, because at least leveling up will increase the strength of my lone summons, right? No, go fuck yourself. You can only cast them for cheaper. You won't even get the chance to upgrade your Conjured Atriox until level 80, and I'm around 100% positive that taking the Elemental Potency perk to make your Atriox 50% more powerful only affects their health, meaning even the Storm Atriox will only do 30 damage, even at our most capable as a Conjurer. Even the most powerful version of the Storm Atriox, the Storm Thrall, a spell available only to the best of the best, is actually potentially weaker than the Atriox version? This table is comical, I do not understand it. The only advantage the Thrall version really seems to have is that it's a permanent summon, but it's also a follower in Skyrim, meaning that its AI is kind of terrible. So you'll just have to end up re-summoning it a bunch as it gets lost in the wild, functionally invalidating its entire value as a...
So, Ansel de Lambert says, God, Skyrim sucks so much in retrospect, and I feel like it's a good point to make here before we get into the Stealth Archer thing. Skyrim is a genuinely awful game if you try and play it melee or magic, but they accidentally made a really good stealth archer open world RPG.
Permanent summon. Frustratingly, this all means that if I want to run a Pyromancer for thematic reasons, for the purpose of roleplay, and use a Flame Atriox aside my fire spells, the enemies in the game will quickly outscale that Atriox, making its damage less and less valuable, even if you have a second one at max Conjuration. Of course, I could always switch to a higher level Frost or Storm Atriox, but the same problems from earlier still exists. They'll take damage from my fire spells, and using them would greatly diminish the value of my roleplay. And yes, that does matter. Skyrim is literally a role-playing game. It's on the box, probably. It is worth noting, however, that I think Skyrim's mana equivalent, Magicka, spelt all funny, is my personal preferred way to use magic in games. Games like Dark Souls or Dungeons & Dragons that give a spellcaster a hard limit on the amount of magic they're allowed to use before needing a reset is interesting, and it does turn the use of magic into a more thought-provoking resource management style of gameplay, but I much more prefer how Skyrim's system allows me to play with magic as a more mainline focus, as I'll never need to worry about saving magic as a resource to use at the correct time. That said, the magic side of Skyrim as a whole is probably the best example, in my opinion, of why I think the modding community is so vivid for this game, as I feel that it's basically a microcosm for Skyrim as a whole. A really good foundation entirely let down by a lack of further development. I typically run 1 or 2 mods just to impact Conjuration alone, and even then I often find that if I put points into Conjuration to try and run around the world with some little guys, I'll often end up regretting it, and I'll just cap my Conjuration playthrough off with some points in the bound weapon perks, and then I'll grab the bound bow, which is a very neat segue into... With melee and magic behind us, the only thing to look forward to is archery.
Yeah!
There is one skill tree for archery, and there is functionally one type of
That skill
bow.
tree is way
the
better for
Dawnguard
archery
DLC
than it is
introduced
for the
crossbows,
others.
of which there are 2 different main types, but to the common player, upon first release, it would just be these bows and this skill tree, which means a few things, actually. First off, it is worth mentioning that bows are the only 2-part piece of equipment. Obviously, a bow is not enough. We need arrows to shoot with, and this is kind of a fun thing to look at. Because it would be easy enough to just put an item in the game called Arrow, that when shot from a bow and into a bad guy's cranium, delivers an amount of damage equal to the bow's damage value. Easy, but boring. Neither wide nor deep, and Skyrim is wide. Which is why, in general, for every type of bow in the game, there is 1, sometimes 2, accompanying arrows. Your elven bow has elven arrows, ebony bow has ebony arrows. You get the vibe. It's not a perfect one-to-one, but it's good enough for me, and notably, each type of arrow also comes with its own damage value. An iron arrow has a damage value of 8, but that value scales with arrow type all the way up to 25 with a dragonbone arrow. Now, like one-handed and a two-handed, archery's first node on the skill tree increases the damage of your relevant equipment, except it only increases the value of your bow's damage, not your arrows. Those values are flat and will remain so for the entire game. But this creates a fun little dynamic where your arrow types matter a great deal at the start of the game, but become less relevant the more you grow. While something like your basic starting hunting bow will have a base damage of 8, making an accompanying iron arrow an exact 50% of your damage, a fully upgraded endgame bow, like the Daedric bow, will sit around just shy of 90 damage, with maxed relevant stats but without any relevant enchantments, meaning that the iron arrow is a smaller and smaller part of your damage formula as you become more skilled with the weapon, which I like a lot. It still lets you collect powerful arrows to use in case of emergency or just for pushing your numbers as high as possible, but it's no longer so important for your general success in the game. I also think it's important to note that arrows have 0 carry weight, and most human enemies in Skyrim will be carrying at least a few of some kind, meaning that you'll be able to collect hundreds of arrows and never have to worry about how many are in your pockets. Furthermore, because there's only one skill tree, and functionally one type of weapon within that skill tree, it means that everything you do revolving around archery will all build towards the same thing. The bow you leave Helgen with will prepare you for using the greatest bows in the game with no need to choose between different styles of bows. Even the Dawnguard DLC crossbows just use the vanilla archery perks. It's important to note, I think, that archery in Skyrim is a purposefully precise medium. Not only does it lack any sort of AoE, limiting the amount of potential friendly fire, but a non-insignificant amount of the archery skill tree is based around enhancing that precision. The Eagle Eye perk lets you zoom in while aiming for a clearer shot, and the 2 tiers of Steady Hand will let you slow time while aiming so you can be as comfortable lining up your shot as possible. If we compare to Dark Souls, again, I feel like this is where Skyrim actually has the advantage. Bows in Dark Souls are very much so the weakest class of weapon, and even though they include the very cool great bows, the actual mechanics of using them are just not quite polished.
Awful.
They're heavily limited in their range with severe damage drop-off, and in general, they just don't feel very good to use as a mainline weapon. They can be used with both the lock-on camera and free aim, but on some bows, the crosshair doesn't even line up with where the arrow goes. So when you come to Skyrim with an affinity for archery and the arrows fly straight and far, it feels like archery in Skyrim is much more correct towards genuine archery. So with Skyrim's range, there's no overexposure, there's clear and well-defined potential growth. Getting stronger doesn't mean having to explode any friends you take along for the journey, and the bow functions in a way that feels natural and rewards you for using it by making it more rewarding to use as you grow. Now, I do hear you asking if I'm going to talk about stealth. After all, I put stealth in the title of the video and in the thumbnail, and we're basically done with the video already, and I haven't even mentioned stealth, so I'll just sneak it in here at the end. Because of course, archery is just one half of the overall equation here, and continuing on without mentioning stealth would be missing the point entirely. In the most basic write-up, if you're in stealth when you deal damage, you deal some extra bonus damage on top of whatever you would normally deal. As long as it's not with magic. Magic can go fuck itself. Mages don't know how to sneak. Now, the thing with stealth is that it only works if people don't see you, and while leveling up stealth will make it harder for people to see you, at base level, trying to get close enough to hit someone with the classic backstab might prove to be not so easy.
It's fucking impossible.
So the easiest way to train stealth is to engage with its mechanics while also being far enough away from your target to use it at low level. And with the way the game treats stealth when it comes to archery, it's essentially just a push this button to crouch and you'll do more damage mechanic. So why would I not always press the button? Do you see where I'm going with this? Stealth archer and archery in general are just natural poles as a consequence of the game's mechanics and how they all interact with each other. And the wildest part about that is I really don't think archery or stealth were supposed to be such mainline functions. If you go back and watch that first official trailer for Skyrim, the most impactful point is when a man screams as loud as he possibly can. And throughout the trailer, we're shown shots of landscapes and people and different styles of combat and the wild spells and armor and weapons available in the game, but we only really see a bow a single time. And when we do, it's a first-person shot of the weakest bow in the game with the worst arrow aiming at one of the weakest enemies, and we don't even get to see the bow being shot. Honestly, from the perspective of the trailer, it almost feels like archery was an afterthought. Honestly, maybe it was, and maybe that's why it works. Maybe that means that the system didn't fall prey to the classic Bethesda wide and shallow problem. Archery was just a system designed to work rather than be expansive, and in a game that focuses on systems being expansive rather than functional, that kind of makes it a standout thing. Honestly, the main takeaway from this analysis for me is that ranged has such a pull because it's the only combat style in Skyrim that doesn't have any drawbacks. Which is kind of funny, because that's how you use a bow. Okay, so this was kind of a different style of video for me. I feel like typically my videos revolve more so...
Good video. Hey. Good job, buddy. Again, that's Thane Bishop. That's Thane Bishop. That's a good video. Whoop. I think it's weird that there is not a single gameplay system in the entirety of Bethesda games since Skyrim that has felt as good as shooting the stealth arrow. I think that's weird as fuck. Isn't that strange? Like, not even close. Hey, by the way, Jimmy Chams, thanks for the sub. Hey, Pat, want to talk? Thank you for your work. Oh, life's been rough, but getting more active in the community here and catching your content's been helping. Love the streams. Oh, you're quite welcome. I wonder if that lobby's still open. It is! Fuck yeah, let's fucking hit it, sluts. Yeah. Who we gonna fuck on? Oh my fucking god. Holy shit. So, I don't know what the fuck Bethesda's gonna do because Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is like literally exactly what anyone wanted out of a sequel to Skyrim. By the way, anybody who wants to come in here can. We got a fourth shot. Yeah, so the next time I play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is going to be Thursday, which is the day the patch comes out. So I really did start playing it at the perfect time. In the meanwhile, I grinded some smithing and some alchemy. Did I do open lobby on Wilds too? I did, and that was like a massive mistake. That was a massive fucking mistake. Bro, you look a little... Oh, I see. You're wearing goofball shit. Is that Auto Ka shit, dude? Boom. Boom. Fucking go replace that. Are you fucking crazy? The fuck are you doing, you fucking psych? Get the fuck out of here. Your clothes can be nice, but get that fucking... Boom. Boom, I'm not fucking going any... No. Is that super casual, Boom? Sir, go Boom. How do you quit? Unready, then go to this thing and take it and fucking exit out of the quest. I think, anyway. Or maybe you gotta talk to the quest counter. That's final boss shit. Have you lost your fucking mind? I'm pretty sure it even says, like, use appropriate level gear in the fucking title of the video. Like, are you fucking crazy? Like, bro. You know, I really like Tigrex's stuff, but I'm not a fan of the way it looks. I think it always looks like complete dog shit. You know what I would really like to see come back in Wilds? I would really like to see Nergigante come back. I love Nergigante. That's probably my favorite Elder Dragon. I think he is a blast to fucking fight. Like, I think the way that his spikes shatter when you start really kicking the fucking shit out of him is incredible. And he's like so enormous and physically intimidating that when you turn it around on him, it's like, yeah. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Rhonda, ready up. Come on, girl. All right, so... I mean, Nergigante is going to come back because flagships that are well liked come back. You know. Oh, the final boss in Wilds is not an Elder Dragon. Final boss in Wilds is a construct. Yeah, Magna Malo is fucking dog water. I made this huge Reddit post about it. Magna Malo is the second worst flagship ever, without any question. You like Magna Malo? Go fuck yourself. How about that, Kai? He was a fun fight. All right, he's a fun enough fight, but like aesthetically and thematically, he's fucking dog water. He's got nothing going on. Who's the worst ever? Azure Rathalos. The one that people forget it even is a flagship. Monster Hunter Freedom is a flagship for the expansion. Even within its own context, it's incredibly fucking lame and disappointing. Also, Azure Rathalos, while cool, is the worst fight version of Rathalos ever. Yo, where the fuck is Tigrex, dude? Like, it is kind of fun to bully his ass out of the fucking sky. But still. I gotta say, I'm shocked at the people coming out for Monster Hunter GU. Turns out that the right time to stream Monster Hunter games is multiple years after their release. There's one angry boy. How mad he is. Now there's a fucking flagship. You want to talk about flagship? You talk about this angry boy who's beating my ass. He's so fucking mad, I love it. Woo! What a great start for Monster Hunter 2. They're like, alright, what do we got? This motherfucker's so mad. You won't believe how fucking mad he is. Look at him go. I love his scream gimmick. I absolutely love it. I love that. What's his element? Yell. If ever there was an animal that I think Elmo should be depicted as, it would absolutely be the Tigrex. Bye, bitch. People yearn for 4K ultra realistic Khezu and Wilds. No, they don't. And you know they don't. That is a pretty cool fucking move, dude. It's if you have the juice for it. I'm mad. Oh! I'm might have flown a little too close to the sun. Monkeyweed. I also don't know why Giganox didn't come back. Wait, no, I do. I actually do know exactly why Giganox didn't come back. Giganox is, I believe, he is a completely unique skeleton. And also Japan likes Khezu. Wow, look at him go. Fucking ow. This is the triple? Yeah, baby. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, wow, wow. This poor boy. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. Stop hitting me, bro. All right. Let's go get him. Might as well cap him. Poor Tigrex. Nude Snake says, remember to craft your foreskin armor after killing Khezu. Oh, man. One of the things I really like about Tigrex, he's really easy to fucking trap. Thank you. Thank you for making me look really smart there, Tigrex. He's sleeping. He dived into that trap. He wanted it. Like, give me that. Hey. What am I doing up so late? So the long and short of it is that around 7 p.m., maybe an hour and a half before I was slated to end, my tiny baby man suffered a terrible night terror. And I went over to help Paige because he was not having a good time. So as a result, I felt that it was only appropriate if I, you know, kept it going. What does this mean, level up at 4? Oh, I have to level that up again. I bet that's the Tigrex shit. So, no. Not a nightmare. A night terror. No, I haven't upgraded my Nurgle armor at all. Upgrading your shit with armor spheres for pussies. Maybe I should though. How many do I got? I'll use the base level. But yeah, a night terror is not a nightmare. A nightmare is your conscious mind perceives a subconscious threat. Oh my god. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Is anyone ready for fucking peak? I wish his set and armor and fucking weapons were complete dog shit. Just straight up dog shit. Terrible. I love fighting him. His shit is trash. Like dragon, like incredibly high element dragon weapons. Like, man, who gives a fuck? I just don't care for dragon element or element shit, you know, much at all. Though elder dragons tend to be weak to dragon, so if you're gonna pick like a strong element for the, you know, the big boys, that's a good one. Yeah, no, this game does not have armor transmog, because this game's transmog shit requires you to beat the entire game. So by the time you've done that, what are you doing? Yeah, I could bring a Nullberry. No. Mitch Tech sub, thanks man. Pat, I'm doing the Monster Hunter for you. Wyvern egg delivery quest, play for me. I don't really have much of a problem with egg delivery quests. I gotta be really blunt. I think they're overhated. I actually mean that. I'm not fucking with you. I fucking love you, Gormagala. I'm frenzying. I'm gonna frenzy out, bro. Oh, affinity up. Crazy. Oh, can't parry that, can you? Technically more of a Dark Knight main question than Monster Hunter 1. Long, thin, accurate sword or gigantic slab? Oh, give me the slab, bro. Give me the fucking slab. Oh, there we go. There's our big boy. He was a dragon after all. Yeah! Nope. He's leaving. I love you, Gore. I love you. Okay. Bye, Gore. I love that dude. He's so fucking cool. Even when we've beat him up, he's cool. Even when we've beaten him up. Yeah! Oh, that lasts a lot longer than I thought it would. How long would it take me to grind to this point in GU? $25 hours? I spent a lot of time on early quests I didn't need to. So, maybe 20. It's all up from here. Like, you reach the part where you're fighting these big bad motherfuckers and they're giving you a real fight in low rank. Pretty early. Oh, look at all this good shit. Look at all that good shit. Gore Magala, Mob Man. I love you, Gore. I'm gonna kiss Gore on the mouth. So I'm just realized I'm getting, oh, Steve! Steve. Hey, hey, hey. Steve's right there, bro. Steve is underrated. Steve is massively underrated. I love Steve. Steve's weapons are great. They have a completely unique gimmick. His thematic concept of just being an incredibly maneuverable aerial wyvern is great. So if anybody who is not aware of the Pinecone Steve's gimmick, Steve weapons sharpen when you roll. They will auto sharpen. I believe it is 8 rolls per state. So if you play something that dodges a lot, you can just ignore the whetstone mechanic entirely. And even for something that you don't have to, like greatswords, it is way safer to just roll a couple of times to sharpen your weapon than it is to whetstone. Yeah, lance hopping doesn't work. It has to be a roll. Unfortunately. Is that slime? Oh man, I love Brachydios. I love Brachy. I love Brachy weapons. It's the best status. It's the best status. Is slime. Now remember, guys, in order to deal with bleed, you have to crouch walk. Steve's always out in the dunes, guys. Blank says they really got every monster in a row, don't they? They actually literally do. This is everybody. Everybody is in this game. Everyone is in this fucking game. Oh, fuck. It's missing a couple of fucking losers. Shocked I didn't get bled. Shocked. Haha! Whoa! Careful. Whoa! There he goes. Fuck this. I have mind's eye on this shit. I don't need to listen to you. Ah! Not used to that, eh? Oh, fuck off. Steve! I'll get you, Steve. I'll get you. Somebody in the chat, who said that? Captain Marvelous says, I always hear about all the really cool monsters in the Monster Hunter history. But who, you know, I don't hear about the ones that are pure booty cheeks. Man, Basarios can go fuck himself. How about that? All right. Bull Drum sucks. People hate Plesioth. He's all right. He's okay. Cephalodrome isn't that bad. He's terrible. Cephalodrome is terrible, dude. What are you talking about? Wow, didn't break shit. Did we break a fucking talon even? Or his head? Wow, nothing. Yeah, what was the subquest? Wound a target's body part. Well, it's definitely not his head. His arms look okay. Is it his back? No. Must be one of his feet, I guess. Oh, the face is cracked. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, you gotta break his fucking brain out his ass. Steve's a really good guy to fight and get his gear. His stuff is great. It's raw. It's got a good gimmick. Works well for everything. Least favorite flagship? I actually talked about this earlier. Azure Rathalos is without a doubt the worst ever. No question. After that, it's Magnamalo for sure. Magnamalo's just got, like, nothing going on. He exists to die. He doesn't even have an interesting part in his own story. So as you probably noticed, all the bullshit little quests that suck penis, they're gone. All the quests that remain are just like, you want to fucking fight Rathalos? You want to fucking fight Tigrex, bro? Look at your fucking dick wet. Hey, Pepsi Boys kicked in a sub. Here's my monthly slop fee. You're quite welcome. Oh man, I forgot about Rampage and Raw. I fucking completely forgot. What's wrong with Magnamalo? He's just... like... he's fine. He's kind of mishmash. His design looks too designed. Right? Like, he's straining the credibility of animal that evolved out of any context. He's kind of just like edgelord Asian Nergigante. Somebody should grab that fucking flash bomb. It is cute that you would fight him over here. Man, is Ancient Step like relegated to like fucking high rank or G? No, I would hazard that good old Wrath is going to be in 4 or 5. On a scale of 1 to 10, how important is the jank in a Monster Hunter game? It's not, but certain mechanics exist in a... mechanics don't exist in a vacuum. Learning monster behavior. Does not exist in a situation in which, you know, you can just pinpoint accuracy, fuck off the thing, no problem. Ah, you bitch. Gotcha. Ah, you got me back. That's pretty good. That was pretty good. Does anybody care about spoilers for the Wilds title updates? Because I got the deets for that shit off the leak Reddit. fuck. You already looked it up? Yeah, you would think that of the gang that's playing Monster Hunter at fucking 1 in the morning Pacific. Nice. Hey. Oh, this poor bitch, dude. This sucks. This sucks for this guy. What sucks for Wrath is that, boy, does everyone know how to fight him. You know? Like, everybody knows how to fucking fight him. Like, everything about him is just designed to fucking die. Claire says, I kind of dislike how consistently good Wrath Gear is. You have to fight him so much, especially in this game. You don't have to do it. I've fought Rathalos so many times. I really love his status as the tough dragon. Though his moniker of King of the Skies has turned him into like the Worf of Monster Hunter. Like, do you need a new flying wyvern to beat the fuck out of a different flying wyvern in a cutscene? Put a Rathalos in there. Have Rathalos get his fucking ass kicked. I just got a plate. Let's go look at some stuff. I wonder if there's anything I can just build. You know, greatsword I can just fucking make. Ravager, halberd, that's cool. Golem. There's Valkyrie. There's Redwing. There's Verdant. There's Glav. There's good old Gore. You know, in hindsight, actually, incredibly small dragon element, and it does have, like, excellent affinity. But then you got the cheddar blade. Way better sharpness, way better attack. Still good affinity. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Look at that. Excellent. Look at that. Oh, can't make one. Oh, good old Steve. Yeah, Steve's shit is just like way better than Gore's. It's just better. Hey, guys, it's Big Boy Gamma. But Pat, my chuny ass wants to go full edgelord and be weak to fire. Right? I'm kind of at the point in Monster Hunter for most of them, up until like second half of what do you call it? Second half of high rank. That in any given Monster Hunter, like, I kind of want to play something that looks cool. I'm like, yeah, no, I know the layered armor comes later. One of the things for me about Nergigante that I like adore is that, like, I loved the fucking Nergigante armor and greatsword. All the Nergigante weapons. I like their gimmick too, that they can't be sure they can't like benefit from handicraft. Does that make them like the best? No. Does that make them incredibly reliable for an enormous amount of builds? Absolutely. Silent Nice says, do you wonder if Pickle is ever coming back? Oh, yeah, no, don't worry about it. Though you're gonna see Basil Goose before Pickle. Because Pickle came back as the gimmick after Basil Goose, so Basil Goose is now older. Oh, Basil Goose was in Rise? What was the difference between them? That's a big bitch. So, do you want to see why Gammoth is not super popular? It's because they're too fucking big. They're legit too big. They're not even like a Cantor big, where you always get a good look at them. Like, they just power off the top of the fucking screen most of the time. Yeah, she's terrible. I think she's the worst of the Fated Four. I agree. I totally agree. 100%. Just a weird fucking big fat bitch. So yeah, what was Basil Goose's deal in Rise? I didn't invite him there. There's no invaders? Oh, so you just fight them. I see. You know, it's like he's like failing to hit us, which is super fucking weird. Like super strange. Just falling asleep. Oh, that's pretty fun. Oh yeah, Valor. Oh my god, this is the best. Wow, that fight is terrible. Holy fucking shit. How big can a monster get before it's too big to be a fun fight? I think the biggest monster that they have ever made that was fun to fight is Dalamador. Dalamador is enormous, super ridiculously huge, enormous, and is super fucking fun to fight. Yeah, Dalamador is great. If you disqualify Dalamador, I think the largest normal shaped monster we have ever fought that was fun is Gogmazios. Gogmazios is huge as fuck and is fun to fight. I also love Gogmazios because he's so profoundly... Oh, I love you! He is so profoundly unnatural. Like it's difficult to see what Gog was supposed to be like before he ate all that shit. The Gog eats like an entire fucking weapons post. And so he's got like, just like literally tons of gunpowder and cannonballs inside him and tar and oil, and a Dragonator is just sticking out of him. This big ice monster with a shovel face is called Ukantor. He is friends with Akantor. Sorry, Ukalnos, my mistake. Hey, maybe I'm biased or weird, but like the Fatalises really don't do it for me. I understand their purpose as generic dragon is actually wildly bizarre in this setting. It looks like something that out of a storybook that could never have possibly evolved in nature. That is a small Aggie. Holy shit. That is oh my god, that is a small Aggie. How is that thing so small? Holy shit. I would like you to come back, buddy. I'd really like you to come back. I think you're cool. Little baby Zinogre. Little crocodile Zinogre. I keep forgetting you can't parry the elements. Can't do it. I'm dead. No, that's lucky. So what is this? The Ivory moveset? Oh, wow. That might be the Ivory moveset. That's fucking funny. That is funny as fuck. Hey man, you chill? Whoa. That, you know what that is? That's a lot of elemental attacks. Ow. Ah, chest broken. Cool. Wow, that was fast as fuck. Didn't even get to use this. Charlie, are you okay? Hey man, I want you back. I think you're great. I don't know if I really don't know if 2 or 2 United or whatever the fuck that is had it, but this was the first guy to ever invade your quest. Do some bullshit quests that was supposed to be for fucking pussies. Bam, Lagiacrus attacks you. You'd be like, oh, fuck. That's crazy. Tigre's taking a pose and it's good. Didn't Joe appear in a low rank gathering quest to scare your tits off? Wasn't low rank. I think it was high rank. But he did do it just to fuck with you, yeah. Wow, Elder Dragon's here. Shikaru Bugaro. All right, guys, this is gonna be the last one. It's gonna be the last one for tonight. Is Brachydios... I care not for Misitsune, Winged 7. Is Brachydios the best of all the G-rank types, the flagships? Yes. Does he have the single best element the series has ever created? Yes. Does he have the coolest looking gear? Because he is a common writer? Yes. Is his music incredible? Absolutely. Is his color palette fully woolly coated? Yes. If you held a gun to my head and asked me favorite monster, it would be Brachydios. And I feel really biased because a lot of the stuff that I'm like crazy about is from 3U and 4U, which was like my first entries into Monster Hunter. But there's some good shit in those fucking games, man. Brachy's awesome. And you know what you never do with Brachydios? Ever. 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 You never, ever, ever fight Brachydios underwater. Not even once. It's weird that the fight here is Volvidon and then Bracky. Like that there's no Bracky quest that's by itself. Hey, buddy. Hey, sweetie doggy. I love you. I love you. No, it's okay. It's just a Volvidon. It's just a Volvidon, buddy. I'm not scared. It's okay. Hey, little baby. Uh-oh. Oh. Who's my punchy little Brachydios? Who's my punchy little guy? Oh. Whoa. He does have the slime and everything, it's true. Guys. Hey, Red Turtle. I searched MHGU for funsies on Twitch and see a streamer I actually know playing it. Oh, thanks, Turtle. Yeah, I'm shocked to see people just, like, down for the GU. Buddy, I'm gonna have to put you down. I'm sorry. I love his yell. I love his tail. His hammer's cool. I love that slime. Love it! Bracky, we're BFFs forever! BFFs, Brachydios! Here it is! Here's the jump! Gotcha. No. Wow. Because it was a multi-quest. Because it was a multi-quest. Yeah, I think Wilds has really lost something with, like, so how long did that take me? What, 2 minutes with a group that knew what they were doing? Like the Bracky part, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Like, it was fast, right? Probably faster than you would do in Wilds, but Bracky was just like so aggressive. Yeah, you got some hits in. Ooh, Shining Charm. No. Oh. Hey. Transporter 7? I'll fucking take it. Alright. Can I make transporter gem? No. Hey! Now we're talking. Perfect. Now, with one charm, I have Transporter and Hunger. Hell yeah. Alright. Well, that's gonna be it. I will disconnect from multiplayer, thank you. Well, that was fun, guys. I hope you guys have fun. I had fun. And that's going to be it for me tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the podcast. All right? Bye-bye.